We have a Rome Odunze injury update, and I'm here to provide it here on Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Welcome to the show. Podcast style, just kind of our Four Verts setup. For those of you who have watched my other YouTube channel, go check it out at Four Verts on YouTube. Rome Odunze, grade 1 MCL sprain, poor Jordan Schultz and Tom Pelissero. And Schultz says this is the best outcome the Bears could have hoped for. And basically what he's saying is it's the least severe sprain. And obviously it's not an ACL tear or an MCL tear or any kind of tear. So he's week to week. I tweeted out, and look, I'm not a doctor. Every athlete responds differently. I'm guessing 2 to 4 weeks, but maybe it's more like 1 to 3. I doubt he'll play on Sunday night, but who knows? He's a young athletic freak. Certainly guys have played through MCL sprains before. DeAndre Hopkins is playing through a torn ACL, reportedly. So certainly possible, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm just happy that it's not a season ender. Doesn't sound like he's even going to have to go on short-term IR and miss the next 4 weeks. So all of that is very, very positive news for Rome Odunze, who, listen, sure, you have DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, but you want him and Caleb Williams to emerge together over the next few seasons, and that starts this year. Like, you don't want to be wasting these games where he's not available. So very excited that it's not a severe injury. MCL sprains typically aren't too big of a deal. So very, very happy that it's not a big deal and that he will be good to go. Now, I want to ask you guys, how many games do you think Rome will miss? If you had to take a guess, how many games is he going to miss? Let us know in the comment section down below of today's video. Let's say he misses at least one, right? And if I had to guess, I would say he misses at least one. Obviously, it's a big one. Houston Texans this Sunday. And who's going to step up? Well, hopefully Keenan and DJ, good to go. They're ready to rock. And I think this would be a prime opportunity to elevate Colin Johnson from the practice squad. Had a really good Hall of Fame game with a couple of touchdown catches against, guess who? The Houston Texans. I know it's backups, but still. And gives you a big frame, 6'6", 220. He knows the offense. He's a good special teams player. He can block in the running game. So he feels like not a guy you sign to the active because you're not going to have to put Rome on IR, but you can elevate practice squad players up to 3 times. So I would think he's a prime candidate for that. I would also fully expect, and I would say I expect what I'm about to say to happen regardless if Rome is ready to go or not. I think Tyler Scott's active this game. I did not agree with that decision to have him inactive in week 1. I think he's one of your better vertical threats. He gives you speed. And I know they like Velus Jones as a weapon. I know Jones is more of a running back now. But I feel like you can trust Tyler Scott a little bit more, especially at the receiver position. And if Rome Odunze's out, you obviously need to have a guy like Tyler Scott ready to go. And he might be your number 3 receiver in this game. So great opportunity for him to showcase what he can do on a big stage, Sunday Night Football against the Houston Texans. So I think there's a good chance Tyler Scott gets elevated as well. But listen, this is a number 9 overall pick. I mean, could you imagine how devastating this would have been if he was going to miss, I don't know, 2 months or tore his ACL or something like that? Like Schultz said, this is the best possible outcome. And that's certainly pretty significant because had he been, a guy that was out 6 to 8 weeks, or dare I say the entire season, that would have been catastrophic. That would have been catastrophic. So I'm glad that's not the case, and he should be back pretty soon. More to discuss on this in just a moment, but first, we are sponsored by PrizePicks. Daily fantasy made easy, and listen, they got an awesome deal going for you guys. If you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use the code CLNS, you will get a $50 bonus after you set your first $5 lineup. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, you're going to get that $50 bonus right away once you play for $5. But if you do want to win, there's also another deal in the month of September that's awesome. Caleb Williams for the next 3 games, just like in week 1, more or less is set at half a passing yard. So you take the more and you pair that with one other play or 5 other plays, 2 to 6 player entries on PrizePicks. But I think the best value is, since you're already halfway home, just pick another play that you really like and go make some money. Choose more or less on the stat projections available with PrizePicks, football, basketball, baseball, hockey. If sports are in season, they are all available. You also got some season-long projections for you basketball fans out there. Go check that out. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. The code CLNS gets you that deposit up to $50. Go check it, or not that deposit, that bonus of $50 once you play for $5. Go check it out today. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Okay, so Rome Odunze is going to miss a game, maybe 2 or 3. We'll see. As far as the offense goes, though, him missing a game or 2 should not be the difference in Caleb Williams and Shane Waldron and this offense as a whole not performing better in week 2. Like, you just got to be better, right? We were just live for an hour, hour and a half. I talked about some adjustments Shane Waldron can make. That video is going to drop on the channel tomorrow or Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that. But you got to find a way to generate some offense. You just do. Get the running game going. Get Caleb Williams on the edge. You've got DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Utilize these guys. And by the way, if Rome Odunze is out, it gives you more reason to use more heavier packages, 12 and 13 personnel. Shane Waldron in the preseason was rocking 2-3 tight end sets in his sleep, and the Bears were cooking people. Yes, it's backups on backups. I get all that. But that doesn't mean the concepts weren't good and that they can't work. Like, you don't have to go 4 and 5 wide all the time. Like, get a couple of tight ends on the field, play Cole Kmet more, and let's go. Use the weapons you have to your disposal. Like Shane Waldron and Caleb, that pairing, let's take the next step week 1 to week 2. Caleb took care of the football. That was a good sign for him in his first start. Protecting the football is the quarterback's #1 job. Now let's generate some momentum. Let's get some positive plays. And look, this is a game where, quite frankly, you shouldn't play tight. You got to week 1, that's a natural game where you could play tight. First start, it's a team you should beat. You're at home, a lot of pressure, yada, yada, yada. At Houston, a legitimate Super Bowl contender in week 2 in prime time, like, yeah, the lights are going to be shining bright, but let it rip. If you lose, it's not the end of the world. If you win, you're sending a message to the rest of the league. So open it up. Let's go let it rip in this game and try to win. Try to beat the Texans. And if you don't, it's not a big deal. But you don't have to put the handcuffs on. You don't have to throw screen after screen after screen. Like, open up the offense. Get the run game going. Get Caleb on the edge. Like, let's mix it up a little bit more. Waldron conceptually has good sets. We know that. We saw that throughout the preseason. Rome Odunze being unavailable should not prevent this Bears offense from being more productive from week 1 to week 2. I mean, you had 150 yards in week 1. It's not going to cut it. You might have to double that number to have a chance against the Houston Texans, if not more. So we'll see if it's a better matchup. I'll say this, the Texans' interior pressure is not going to be as significant based on their personnel, so that's a positive, but no bigger positive right now than Rome Odunze only set to miss, I don't know, 1 to 3 weeks probably, 2 to 4 at most. Grade 1 sprain MCL. He's week to week. We'll see if he can go this week. I would guess not, but beyond that, we'll have to wait and see. We'll hear from Matt Eberflus on Wednesday. That'll, of course, be the first injury report of the week as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we get out of here. We appreciate your love and support. It's youtube.com/Bears Now. We will continue to plug out content on a daily basis. We'll be live again on Thursday, or if any major breaking news drops. And, of course, for our Week 2 watch party against the Houston Texans this Sunday at 6 o'clock. Also, go subscribe to my other YouTube channel. It's called 4Verts, youtube.com/@4Verts, covering the NFL on a daily basis, the league as a whole, college football as well. We're rocking and rolling over there. Come support us. It's shows like this, podcast style, not as many graphics, just me chopping it up with all of you. So come support, come check us out. Link is right there. I'll have it in the description and comments of this video as well. My name is Harrison Graham. Bear down, Rome Odunze. Glad to see you're okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.